Hey, it's Jennifer from Quiltin', Stitchin' and Kitties. From the mountains of northern Arizona, it has been in the high 90 degrees for the last 2 weeks. Wow, it's hot. But I'm still quilting. However, I'm not doing any binding because I just can't put a quilt on my lap right now. It's too hot. But I decided to do something different. So I was thinking, what have I not used for a while? And I thought, I really haven't used very many of my AccuQuilt dies. So I just went into my dies and I started looking at all of them and I went, oh, I want to try something with this one. So which one did I pull out? I pulled out the half hexagon die. I thought, ooh, there's lots of possibilities with that. There's actually 3 different sizes on here. 1, 1.5, and 2.5. And hexagons are measured by the length of the side. So if it's a 2.5 inch hexagon, one side is 2.5 inches. It's also 2.5 inches to the center. So you end up with it being 5 across. And I thought, well, that's a really nice size. I'm going to use this one. So there was a really cute pattern on the back of the die. And I thought, well, I kind of like that, but that's a little dull. So I went out hunting and I went out to the AccuQuilt website and they had a free pattern. And it was called Twisted Star Quilt. And I thought, ooh, I like that. That's so totally different. And it was free. So I looked at it for a while. The pattern itself is big. It's like 70 inches by 77 inches. And I went, I don't want to do that. But the die that they used for this was 4.5 inches on the side. So I mean, just one side would be 4.5 and the whole hexagon itself would be like 9. And I went, no, that's way too big. My size is great. I'll start out with 1 star and see how I do. So the stars themselves are actually made up of 6 triangles. And hexagons are actually made up of 6 equilateral triangles. So I thought, oh, okay, that can't be hard, triangles and stuff. So I thought you might get a big laugh out of my first one that I made, following the instructions very well, I thought. Not exactly a triangle. So I looked at it and went, well, I obviously put something together wrong. But my next one turned out really good. So here's my second try. And look, I actually got a triangle. So after finally getting the hang of it, I went ahead and got the star, 1 star done, and I wanted to show it to you. So then it took me a really long time to figure out how to do it. And I finally figured out the sequence. You line up this one and then you turn it for the next one. I went, well, I can do that. Though it took me several tries to get the hang of it. So this has 6 triangles. And I would think probably the easiest way to put it together would be to sew this triangle together, this triangle together, same thing on the other side, and then sew the center seam together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and see how it turns out. But I am going to give you some very detailed instructions on how to make one of these triangles, because there's just one little tiny tricky part to it to get this seam just right. So that'll be a close-up on the machine. But I thought you might like to see this. So from here, we could have a whole quilt. We could have a table runner. We could have a wall hanging. We could just have, this one block and fill in with triangles on the side to square it off, or we could even leave it like this. So I'll put it together, and I also will get my machine set up so that I can show you a close-up on how to get this nice little triangle. Now I'm going to show you how to sew the 3/2 hexagons into a triangle. Each half hexagon has like a center and 2 short edges. So you're going to sew a short edge to a center, short edge to a center, short edge to a center. When you're placing the pieces, think about just twirling them. So this one is like this, the next one twirls like this, the next one twirls like this. And that kind of helps in the placement, I think. We're going to start by sewing these 2 pieces together. We're going to be sewing from the outside towards the center. I've already marked 1/4 inch from the edge here because that's where we want to stop. So I flip this one over, carefully place it together. Whoops. And I've been finding that my pins have been distorting this a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this with 1/4 inch, keeping my hand out of the way, which is not easy because I typically hold on to both sides. And then I'm going to stop at 1/4 inch at where my mark is. And I'm going to back stitch 2 stitches and cut my thread. Before you sew the 3 pieces together, make sure this seam is pressed open. It'll make it a lot easier to sew. Then we're going to be taking this and flipping it over like this. We're going to stop at 1/4 inch. So line up your edge here, put a clip, stop where I've put a mark at the 1/4 inch, then leave your needle down, lift your presser foot up, and believe it or not, this fabric is going to pull this direction. Doesn't look like it's going to work, but it's gonna. Get your tweezers and kind of help move that fabric out. Then give it a little tiny tug and match up these edges. Put a clip. Use your tweezers to straighten out that fabric there. Presser foot down. Oops, I want to tug that just a little further. I think I will just hold that down. And then stitch off at 1/4 inch. Cut your thread. Cut off your leader and ender. And believe it or not, you are going to get a really nice triangle with a nice intersection. Then press open the first seam that you did. Press that open first. Oops, if I can get it open there. Just finger press that open, and then the second part of the seam that you did, press that open too. It doesn't quite get a twirl, but almost. Then press that flat, turn it over, press it, and you have got a really nice triangle. Well, I finished 2 of the blocks and I am very pleased with how they turned out. And once I got the hang of it, they were really fun to put together. So I'm not sure where I'm going to go from here, but I've got plenty more fabric to work on. They finished at 13 inches across this way and 12 inches this way. So that's a really nice size block. So a quilt, a table runner, a table topper, a little wall hanging, I mean, lots of possibilities from there. If I decided to do a table runner, I probably would put them like this and then fill in this triangle and then square off the edges. But I love the way they look when they're coming in like this. I think they look so neat. So not sure, like I said, where I'm going to go from here. And the one thing I did really want to say to you was it is not important that it's an AccuQuilt die cut half hexagon. You just need a hexagon a half hexagon template. But really importantly, when you look for a template, make sure that the corners are cut off like this. And when I went to put this together, there was never a doubt in my mind how to place it because of those cut-off corners. And sometimes corners on hexagons and triangles can be a little hard to place. So that would definitely be my recommendation. Though having the AccuQuilt die for it did turn out to be really fun. So if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again real soon. Take care.